Oh, you did not come prepared, did you? Hello, one and all, Mickey here, and welcome to a quick look at Hand of Fate 2. Sorry it's taken me a while to get to this game. I have been wrapping up other series, and I have to apologise also that I won't be doing a full series of Hand of Fate 2, at least not just yet, for a couple of reasons that we'll get into. But firstly, I would like to point out they added in Hand of Fate 2 save slots. Oh my god. Thank you, devs. Thank you, devs. You added save slots into the game, so I don't have to delete my original campaign if I intend to do a series on YouTube. And with that, let's take a look. Hello, dealer. It's been a while.
I do not know what the usurper has done with my game. He will have improved it, I am sure, as I improved the game of my predecessor.
So yes, the dealer does make a lot of references about the past hero who defeated him in Hand of Fate 1.
No, I will not go. It cannot end
Goddamn
like this.
will, you son of a... Get out of my game! And in case you're wondering, the woman on the front screen, you can actually choose your gender, male or female, and I picked female just because I saw everybody else on YouTube picking male. And you can actually pick not just your gender, but I think hair type, skin colour, and lastly, outfit colour, between like 4 or 5 different patterns of colours. But this is the map screen. Instead of picking from cards to go on a journey, here we pick on the map, and basically each point represents a journey. So why will I not be doing a full series of Hand of Fate 2, at least for the time being? 2 reasons. Number 1, unlike Hand of Fate 1, there is no difficulty modifier, there's no difficulty slider, you can't pick to be a different character, and that's not to say like I'm an elitist, I don't want to bother making a video unless I can make the game more difficult, but I do want all my series to be at least a little bit different to those you'd find on YouTube at the minute. And without any kind of difficulty modifier, there's not really a way that I can think to do that. And the second reason is because the writing in this game is even smaller than it was in Hand of Fate 1. And not to mention, there is even more of it. So yeah, each of the cards have even more fluff text describing the story and the events, and there is no way to increase the size of the writing. Which devs, I need to turn this down for a second. If you're listening, if you make a game where literally, not figuratively, literally, over half the time you spend playing is spent reading text, add a slider or a drop-down box or a selection menu that allow you to increase the writing of the text you're reading. And before you say it's too hard to do, then it should have been thought of during the development of the game to be incorporated from the very beginning. Well, with that rant out of the way, let's go on to the positives of the game. There are a lot more journeys in this game, as you can see here, and each of the journeys are a lot more unique. Each of the challenges you face are a lot different. Strength, for example, you start on 10 health and eating doesn't heal you. This was an absolute nightmare to get through. And on top of that, all of the runs have side objectives, and you have to complete them as well if you want to unlock everything that journey has to offer. Another unique journey is the chariot, where you have to go through a city where you can't see the map layout, and you have to save as many civilians as possible from a plague of zombies that is spreading through the city. Yep, there are new enemy types here. We'll get that soon enough. Or the lovers, yes, there is an escort mission in Hand of Fate 2. Here you have to escort Oswin through the map screen, and if you lose him, you have to go rescue him. The Hierophant, where you have to work out which of 3 assassins is attempting to kill the Guildmaster, and you have to gather clues and based on a set of rules, work out which one is lying. For example, one character always tells the truth when they're drunk, another character always tells the truth when you bribe them, and a third rule might be that whoever the killer is will always lie regardless of what their personality is. But the one I think we're going to go for today is the Emperor. This is unique in that it is only really one map. A huge map that is, I don't know, 6 by 8 tiles, and the objectives actually move around the map the same way you would. So let's see what we'll go for. Starting with companions, and I have unlocked all of them, and the Magician here, I've actually completed his story quests, so he is now overcharged, as you can see. Each have their own story quests, and when you complete them, it gives them an extra ability, or makes them more powerful. The Soldier, the Magician, the Wanderer, and the Blacksmith, and I think I'm going to go for the Wanderer, the Barbarian. His special ability is you trigger a rage mode, he charges forward and stuns anybody he hits. And then encounters. As you can see down here, you can have platinum cards and brimstone cards. I only have a selection of platinum cards available at the minute, and the one I think I will go for is the Elder's Gift, because I think the others either aren't that good or they have a chance roll, whether you get the reward or not. The Elder's Gift, you just go to that card and you get the reward, so yeah, we'll go for that. And also, let's see what unlocks we can get. Can't take this one because we need the Blacksmith Companion, can't take this one because we need the Soldier Companion, and this one is is for the barbarians. We'll go for that one, and all the other cards have tokens outstanding.
You like that one, don't you?
Oh yeah, that's really funny, dealer. The Master Thief card, which involves first a chance roll, as you can see here, and then you have to complete a dice roll, and if you fail either of them, he gets away, and you don't get the token. So I'm sure you'll see that, don't worry. And yeah, as you can see, we've only got room for 1 platinum card, so the others have to stay. And the rest, what shall we go for? We'll go for Street Fighter, Plague, just so you can see them. Pauper Plague, that's actually another Plague card, where you can either fight Imperial soldiers or the Plague, and depending on your choice, get either food or money. Yeah, that's a good choice, go for that. One Drunken Knight, yes, we'll experience Hand of Fate's 2 version of the mazes that were in Hand of Fate 1. And then I think I'll go for the Goblin Retainer. Yes, so besides having companions that last throughout the entire journey, you can also get friendly NPCs fighting alongside you. Not that the Goblin will actually fight, but he's an NPC that we actually have to protect. So we'll go for that one as well. And then equipment. Let's go for Hrutha's Ire. I don't know how to pronounce that before you ask. I have no idea. Because this is our only platinum card for this journey. That will stop all other platinum cards like these from being selected. And yes, as you can see, some of these weapons have tokens and they require that you do something, for example, kill 15 thieves with a finisher to unlock this token. Yep, there are finishers as well, we'll get to that. So yeah, sure, we'll go for that. And Dark Thirst, why not? As for armor, Valiant Aegis, pretty sure that's like the Life's Breath in Hand of Fate 1, where every third step you use less food. And yes, you might have noticed, it actually shows the armor rating. So instead of Hand of Fate 1, where helms and shields didn't actually give armor normally, and standard armors would be rated in light, medium, and heavy, here there is actually an armor rating. Jousting armor, because that's really, really good. 20 armor, not bad. Oh, you know what? Oh no, that's, yeah, can't go for that. Platinum suit. Jousting armor will do. Gambler's Jewel, that'll give us a better chance with dice rolls. Ring of Food, this is a chance to discard any game card that isn't food to then get food instead. So, yeah, okay. And then Felwin's Favour, if that's how it's pronounced. With this helm, a random enemy will be highlighted at the beginning of each combat, and if you kill that enemy first, you get 5 health back. And in a dice spin luck roll, you can choose to remove the starting card if it's not favourable. So that's set, and unlike in Hand of Fate 1, you can choose starting equipment. Now, this is quite early on in the campaign, so I only have 1 slot available to choose from, and I think I'm going to go for a 2-handed weapon. Unlike in Hand of Fate 1, where all weapons were one-handed and you always had your shield in the other hand, here you've got normal one-handed weapons, then you can dual wield for faster attacks and less damage, or you can two-hand with a heavy weapon and deal more damage. Each weapon type is better at killing a certain enemy, so dual wielding daggers are better at killing thieves and assassins, sword and boarding with one-handed is better at killing barbarians, and two-handed heavy weapons are better at killing heavily armoured opponents like the Imperial soldiers, so we'll go for that. And so, this journey, the Emperor. Thieves have stolen a relic from the Emperor's palace. The Empire are looking to hire adventurers to help recover this and other items. And then underneath it gives you a clue of what you expect, and then underneath it gives you a clue of what to expect, as well as what you kind of need for the journey. Explorer, the road ahead may be long. Ensure you have enough food to avoid starvation. So as you can see by this, it's suggesting in our supplies we should probably take food. Bandit country, the wilds are lawless land, and perfect hiding places for thieves on the run. Come prepared. So we're expecting thieves here. Fine, I'll dual wield daggers. There you go. And then Pathfinder. Use map reveal to help navigate the treacherous wilds. So suggesting we get a card that has some sort of map reveal. For example, this card. It takes up a platinum slot, but it's guaranteed to reveal the map. But not going to go for that, that's fine. And yeah, as you can see, unlike in Hand of Fate 1, if you've picked the card before, if it doesn't say new, it actually says in quite a bit of detail what it is it gets you and what risks there are. So you can gain gold, you can gain food, you can gain equipment, but it's a chance card, and if you fail, you can lose life. And of course, it gives a bit more detail underneath. So I think we should get started, and then I'll explain what kind of enemies there are, and as well the new chance rolls. So let's go. What have you got for me today, dealer?
You find yourself working for the Empire directly, at least once removed. How do you think this will end?
I'm sure it'll be fine, don't even worry about it. Yeah, as you can see, the writing is actually smaller than it was in Hand of Fate 1. Oh, Debs, why? Why? That was one of my biggest complaints about Hand of Fate 1, that being partially sighted and dyslexic, it made reading, and more importantly, listening to me read, awkward and uncomfortable, which meant more editing time to make the readings go a bit smoother, which made the editing time of the videos just shoot up. And this will be even worse because the writing is smaller, and there is more of it, as you're about to find out. The shrill voice of the town crier rings out across the market square. The Emperor himself seeks seeks adventurers, guild members. Urgent expedition, vital to the safety of the Empire. You spot a crowd of travelers weighed down with weapons and tools lingering nearby. The Empire is offering a reward just to set off on the expedition. Even more if we make it back. That's how desperate they are for help. The dealer adds a gold counter to the map. So going here we get gold. Before we go any further though, if we go to our weapons, you can see that we brought with us the twin daggers, but we have as standard each of the basic weapons: a rusted two-handed axe, a rusted sword, and rusted daggers. So regardless of what enemy type we're up against, normally, unless it's an ambush, the game will show us what enemies we're going to go up against, and then we can choose. Maybe we don't want to go for the good daggers, as opposed to the rusted ones that do 1 less damage, and maybe we want to go for a two-handed axe, or a one-handed sword, that may not be as high quality, but it might be best suited for killing that enemy. And as for the enemies, yes, what have we got? Imperial soldiers, heavily armoured, barbarians that can do multi-hit combos, thieves which are very agile and they can jump over your head when you try to attack them. Then we've got the corrupted, which are the zombies, the goblins are back, the skeletons are back, and all the suits cards that I just mentioned, they have different units in them as well. So like Hand of Fate 1, they each had melee and ranged units. In this, they each have like at least 1 ranged unit and 3 or 4 melee units, including boss units. So we'll stick with the daggers. We don't have any other gear, and we just got the shield, which we're not going to have equipped unless we take the sword with us, because it's one-handed. And yes, if you haven't noticed down here, there is a camping button. Press it and you will set up shop. It doesn't cost any food to go to the camp, so instead how you might do it in the previous game is if you needed health and you had food, you jump back and forth on tiles to spend food getting health. Now you can just go to your camp and then cook food to get health. Moving does still cost food and heal you, but moving to a tile you've already been to doesn't cost you any food and doesn't heal you. And also there'll always be an opportunity to trade at camp. It won't always be a lot, typically 1 equipment and 4 items of food, but it's still an opportunity to buy food regardless of where you are in the world. And you can also review the mission that you're on and change your appearance, which I don't want to do. And as you can see, health, food, gold, and this one down here, fame. We'll get that one soon. That's enough talking for now. The Royal Palace. On arriving at the gate of the Royal Palace, an armed escort leads you directly to the Emperor's chambers. The Emperor remains still and silent as his chief council lays out the expedition. Few relics from the last age still endure in this world. We had one in this very room until last night. She gestures to the empty pedestal. Not only must you reclaim the stolen symbol of our power, we ask that you gather its 3 sibling relics. Examine the pedestal. An ornate pillow sits atop a stone pillar. In the dust, you make the shape of a jagged blade. It was a ceremonial sword. It sat for decades under our protection. We're not protecting it, you understand. We're protecting those who should try to possess it. The blade is cursed. Its venom strikes both wielder and foe in equal measure. Now let's ask about who stole it. The evidence suggests a thief. They seized it on a weak spot in our guard schedule. There are many treasures in the palace. It is curious that this is all they stole. Explain that we are ready to go. Hold, adventurer. It took skilled and dangerous thieves to steal the artifact. We need to ensure you'll be safe out there. See our training officer on the way out. Okay. Training ground. You are greeted by Captain Estrella Fior. Oh, this is one of our companions we can get later on. Thieves are cowards at heart. They will dodge your heaviest attacks just as they dodge their civic duty. A swift blade is best to defeat them. Here, try these out. I brought my own? Damn it, maybe I shouldn't have and you would have given me this for free. Dual wield weapons are effective against fast enemies like thieves, but are weak against armoured enemies like Empire. We already had that.
I fear.
Yeah, we already had that game, thanks. Maybe I shouldn't have picked this. That's unfortunate. Maybe for my supplies I should have brought extra food, seeing as we've got 3 food left. We haven't even started. So this is the map. And it is 4x7, just a little bit off what I thought 6x8. Your quest takes you far away from the city. Vast wildlands stretch out before you. Your companion reminds you of the Emperor's mission. One relic was stolen by brazen thieves. Another is in the clutches of a shady merchant. One is enshrined in a tiny northern village. As for the last, Colbjorn shrugs, who knows? Find the 4 relics, deliver them to the Empire safely. So yeah, those 2 are moving. This one is a building, so it's not going to move. So I'm going to quickly explain. There are 2 new dice rolls involved in the game. Actually, no, correction, there are 3 new dice rolls added to the game. There is, of course, the one that was in Hand of Fate 1, where you get 4 cards and they get shuffled in front of you, and you have to follow the card that you want to get, and then pick that card with any luck. The next dice roll that was added was literally a dice roll down here. You roll 3 dice, and you're told the number to beat, and you can re-roll up to 2 of the dice to try and beat that number. I really don't like that, because it is literally just luck. luck. It's literally just a dice roll. I prefer these mini-games to have at least some level of skill in them, like the card shuffle, which still to this day, Northern Lion, I watched a couple of his videos the other day that actually had Hand of Fate 2 in them. Still to this day, he says, apparently people say you can track these cards moving. I don't know how. Well done. And now watch me fail at that. The second of the 3 new dice games are the card spin. A certain number of cards are laid out in a circle, and then it spins, and then you press when you want it to begin to slow down, and you have to try and make it land on the card that you want. And the last luck roll is this thing over here. It's a swinging pendulum, and then there are notches underneath, some representing failure, others representing success or huge success, and you have to stop the pendulum as it hits one of those notches. On the high difficulties, the notches themselves actually move back and forth as well. So guys, I think that's covered everything. As for the fame, well, it just accumulates as you're playing. Some weapons, armors, and items require a certain amount of fame before you can wield them, like the platinum weapon we picked out at the beginning of the journey. But finally, I think let's get started.
Next
2
time,
food
bring
left.
More food.
Yeah, no joke. The wilds are welcoming, their bounty plentiful. You harvest succulent berries from a nearby thicket. Oh my god, thank god, yes! That's so good! Usually these cards, the outcome is picked at random, and more often than not, it's bad. Master Thief, or Market Thief should I say.
At least in potential.
The Market Bazaar is a hive of activity. Traders from across the lands call out to passers-by to sell their wares. As the sun bears down on the crowded streets, you pause briefly to draw water from a fountain. You feel something tug on the inside of your tunic. Turning quickly, you discover a pickpocket making off with some of your belongings. Ah, game, I just got that food. What is it? Gold. That's not a big deal. You jump to your feet and catch a glimpse of the thief as they weave through the crowd. Okay, so I want this one. Where's it going? On top, then... Oh, I had it at the beginning, went on top. Then it was either the second or the third card in the deck, stacked on top of each other. So this one was neither the top nor the bottom. I don't know where the other card went. So, is it? Ah, game! And there I was making fun of Northern Lion. The tangled maze of people proves too much for you, and the thief makes their escape. Bye, token. Have fun with my gold. The open wilds. The wilds are welcome. Wow, their bounty is plentiful. Again, more food, really? You feel soothed and reinvigorated by your exploration. Oh, okay, just healing. Better than a bounty.
I can't determine
Goblin
whether
Retainer.
you're the sort of person to put their faith in goblins, or merely the sort to give their actions no thought.
Is that you, Mr. Lionel? The tower is in chaos. Alarm bells have the garrison soldiers in a panic. As you watch, a goblin with a hefty stack leaps from a window, dangling from a makeshift rope. He bounces painfully off the wall as he lowers himself to the ground. The castle doors fly open, guards assemble, armed and angered. So we have got musket men and soldiers. The goblin blows his horn, discharging little more than a feeble hiss. I need a moment to recharge this. Help me and I will split my takings. Before you can reply, he throws you an item from his sack. Here's your retainer, he says. What are you going to give me? 10 gold. Better than nothing. The guards rush forwards. Arrest them. They're with the goblin. Light weapons are weakest against Empire armor. You can change equipment in the inventory. Nah, I want to stick with the daggers. I know daggers are the worst thing you can use against Empire soldiers. It's fine. We're going to be fine. It's fine. Don't even worry about it. And I'd like to point out there, when the game was originally released, when the camera flew in through the card during the loading screen, there was a really irritating and distracting flash of light, which I'm so glad they have removed. Whoa! Don't do it. And yes, as for the counter-attacks, they give you a lot less warning than they did in Hand of Fate 1. Don't do it! Even though in Hand of Fate 1, I played with a Warlock difficulty. You dead? Oh yeah, Colborn, could you knock him down? Thank you. And then special weapon ability. Each of the weapons, when you get a high enough combo, they will all get a special ability. Don't do it. I do like the daggers, they are a lot of fun. No! Have it. There you go. Nice and easy. Even though I took 2 hits. Mr. Goblin, what have you got for me? So yeah, the combat in the game does feel a lot more like Dark Souls than it did in Hand of Fate 1, where in this the combat feels a tiny bit slower, your movement speed is reduced to walking, there is a run button but it's horrible, you really don't want to be using it, just roll if you want to get somewhere quicker. But as you saw, the counter indicators, the green and red indicators, notifying you of a counterable attack or an uncounterable attack, they give you less warning than they did in Hand of Fate 1, even with the Warlord character, where the game ran like 10-15% faster. So I've noticed that you should focus more on the animations of your target and the enemies around you to anticipate countering them, as opposed to actually focusing on the marker itself. So good or bad, I don't know, it's kind of up to you. It's different at least. Not to mention there's not just an indicator above their heads, their entire model actually glows the colour of whatever they're going to do, whether it be a green or red attack, and again that's something to look out for before the indicator appears above their heads. But anyway, hearing the shouts of additional guards, the goblin summons a portal and drags you in. The three of you fall through a seemingly endless tunnel of swirling stars. Uh-oh.
I'm not a vain man.
Are you not
you
now?
must appreciate that this game, has been my focus for more years than I can count.
There's no food here, is there?
Pride regarding its twists and turns.
No. Yes, no, actually, yeah. Oh, 5 gold! It was moving too fast. I didn't realise it was going to be as little as 5 gold.
Excellent. A wise decision.
I actually got the card that I was aiming to get, but it was moving too fast for me to tell how much gold it was. I could just see that it was gold. Wow, that's really rubbish. I would have gone for food if it had that. You see the goblin ahead. His sack tears open and his loot tumbles towards you. 5 gold. After what seems a lifetime, the portal releases you in a forest. You find Kolbjorn passed out behind a shrub. You help him up and continue on your way. And gain full fame. Your majestic disappearing act has become the talk of the town. Let's keep going. Open wild. The wilds are welcoming, their bounty plentiful. What am I going to get? A delightful aroma leads you to a troop of hearty morels. You use them to prepare a nourishing meal. Ooh. Nice. Max health. So, one of our 4 objectives. Temple relic. The village of Dernich is unremarkable, save for a tiny, nearly forgotten shrine. Here you find another relic, resting on a dusty altar. An old woman greets you. I see you are interested in our relic. Local legends tell of a time when a great hero will come to claim it. Until then, it remains here under our watch. We can claim to be that hero, which I'll do in a second, but we need a certain amount of fame to get it. We can take the token by force, which we're not going to do. I'm not going to fight them for it. And we can leave. Let us claim that we are the hero. The woman scoffs. You are not the hero we were promised, though I do sense greatness within you, a spark of nobility. Return to us when your soul burns bright. You require 15 fame. Okay, we'll do that. You leave the temple behind, planning to return once you've achieved greater fame, or you're better prepared for a fight. Moving up. Okay, this is the Barbarian's journey. The Shams of the North are known as healers, raid leaders, and curse bringers, among other things. I'm pretty sure I need a blessing for this. She stares wearily as you approach, but relaxes at the sight of Kolbjorn, Clan Eyebright fodder, and one of the Eastern Belt. Typo, I guess? I have only spilled your people's blood. I've yet to see one up close. The shaman peers into your eyes. Do you find it hard to move with bones so weak? Wow. Kolbjorn drops a blessing at the door, and the shaman allows him to enter. We don't have a blessing, so we're gonna leave. So much for that token, and we've got 2 more food. Dangerous wilds. The wilds are home to many a rebel, criminal, and beast. What are we up against? Thieves and musket men. Okay, well, we got the daggers for the thieves, so let's do it. Dodge. And can you run? Yeah, the running is horrendous. The turning circle when you run is terrible. And not to mention you can't even outrun attacks. And the acceleration is really bad as well. So what I was going to say was that the controls are basically how they were in Hand of Fate 1. You have an attack, you have a counter, you have a shield break, you have your weapon special ability, which I don't have at the minute. Save you. You have an artifact ability, if you have an artifact, which I don't. And then your 2 new abilities are your companion. You have to be near him for him to use it, so let's go attack you guys. If you attack when the enemy is stunned or you're countering, you deal extra damage. And special ability. Oh, very nice. And then finisher. Right, finisher is... Finisher, that E. There you go. And that's the last ability. The last key press that you need to remember. Colbjorn, would you? Knock him down. That's what we needed. And you're done. So basically what was added in the combat was your follower's special ability and finishers. An enemy will be dropped down. When they're on low health, they'll fall down to the ground on their knees, and then go over to them and press the finisher key, whatever it might be, and then you'll kill them instantly. With the battle resolved, you scavenge what you can from their remains. Please, food. Or equipment. What are you going to give me? Oh, wow, okay. Oh, ring of food. Actually, I need that. I really need that. But then there's the really powerful weapon, but the food. But I can't pass that up. Granted, it needs 20 fame, and we have 8. I'm taking it anyway. Come on, how can I not? And food. Oh, yes, thank you. Okay, let's keep moving on. We don't have a blessing, but it's good to know we can come back here. Dangerous Wilds. What's going to be this time? The Wilds are home to blah blah. Who have we got? Steel and Barbarians. Okay. You know what? Let's switch our weapons up. We've got this one. We can't use it yet. We've two-handed weapons. Let's go for Sword and Board. Classic Hand of Fate. Seeing as we'll end up with a two-handed weapon anyway. Let's go for this. There are no thief cards here. There are Imperials, and two-handed weapons are best for them. And there are Barbarians, and single-handed weapons are best for them. And because this wasn't a proper ambush, we can change our weapons, and it actually tells you that you can as well. So, more food please. Colbjorn, if you would. Knock him down. One down. Who's up next? You? Good for me. Special ability! Okay. When you're doing your special ability, you can't be hurt. Colbjorn, if you would. There are a few invincibility frames, or invincibility frames, should I say. One of them is when you're using your special ability. Like now. I use it just in time when it was about to attack me, so I didn't get hurt. Colbjorn, go for it. Good hit. Colbjorn, what are you doing? Are you bugged it out? Damn it. Too slow. Are you bugged out again, Colbjorn? And down you go. Colbjorn just bugged out over there. Poor guy. Never knew when to stop running. So not bad. Only took 1 hit damage. Please, food. Desperately need food. Okay, got equipment. What is it? Gambler's Jewel. That's actually pretty good. The dice roll is the luck game that I hate the most, because as mentioned, it is just pure luck. There's no kind of skill involved at all. So having this card, having this ring, which is why I added it, makes the dice roll luck games much easier. So thank you very much. And life. Well, it'll keep us going when we're starving. Plague! Okay, now you guys get to see the Plague card. A wounded peasant runs stumbling down the street, chased by a horde of corrupted. He falls at your feet and begins to twitch. The blood from his wound boils and blackens. Uh-oh, I thought he was gonna give me something for killing these guys. Guess not. You ready your weapons and the horde draws near. I hope I get something for this. So who have we got? Colbjorn, would you? Knock him down! What we needed. So, unlike the other enemies that you face, in Hand of Fate 1 you could stun lock enemies. In Hand of Fate 2 you can't. But you can stun lock zombies, so that's what I'm going to do. Oh wait, not going to hit you. I'll deal with you last. So yeah, all the enemies in Hand of Fate 2 you can't stun lock except for the zombies. Colbjorn, if you would, knock them down. Thank you. Wow, this sword is terrible. And then for you, we will go for shield breaking. Oh, that was silly. Colbjorn, would you? Knock him down. Shield break, shield break, shield break, shield break. And then smack him, finish him, and we're done. Violence done. You search the houses for loot. Always loot. Okay, need food. Food is there. Let's stop it here. And looks good, yeah. Great work. Spot on. Exactly what we needed. You find delicious preserves in the storehouse. Cool. Oh, wow, double. Hearing dragging footsteps again, you make yourself scarce. So that's another 4 fame. I think we can pick that up now. I think I need 16 fame. But either way, we need 4 more, and we can use that two-handed club weapon mace thing.
Here's a token.
Return to Deadly Forest. No, we can't go in here because I need the ring, don't I? You know that these woods are deadly without the protection of the Forest Guardian's ring. Well, we don't have that. So we're just leaving then. One drunken night, you field cold stone against your cheek. Head pounding, you open your bleary eyes. The unmistakable scrape of metal wakes you fully from your slumber, and you slowly take stock of your surroundings. The Hand of Fate 2 maze. Because these went so well in Hand of Fate 1. And here we are. You guys that have seen my Hand of Fate 1 series remember the mazes were the bane of my existence. That and the Ratmen, and also the smoke armour on the ranged lizardmen, those two. There were a lot of things in Hand of Fate 1 that were the bane of my existence, but the mazes were right up there. Thankfully they've added the ability to turn the camera. Now observe, ladies and gentlemen. Me turning the camera. That's it. Now, don't get me wrong, this is better than nothing, it really, really is. But say, for example, I get to, I can't really select, but not the junction right in front of me, the junction after that. What if I went to look behind me to see if there's anything I missed? You can't do that. I don't know why they just didn't make it so that you couldn't turn the camera entirely. More of these traps. And money. Let's go this way. Easy peasy. You see, here's the problem. I want to look back now, but I can't. But at least this time, you're walking, so you can take the mazes a little bit more safely. So there's gold in the centre. Let's go for that first, and then go the other way around. Wow, the turning when you're sprinting is so bad. Oh, don't ever sprint, it's terrible. Compared to the squirrel on crack that you were in Hand of Fate 1 when you were sprinting around in a combat environment. More loot. Always loot. Loot for the loot god. And easy peasy. Nicely done. So the mazes are a lot more manageable than they were in Hand of Fate 1. The mazes in Hand of Fate 1 weren't really designed for that game, considering you were sprinting full speed all the time. But here, now that you're walking, it's more manageable. And not to mention, as much as I make fun of the camera being able to rotate only 45 degrees in front of you, it is still better than nothing. Although I wish it was 360 degrees. So that was a nice bit of gold. You follow the stairs upwards until you emerge in a forest, the morning sun burning your eyes. Man, I need 2 more fame! You fumble in your haversack for something to eat. Happily you find a half-eaten pasty, and try to find your way out of the woods. No, not giving me food for that? Nope, okay, cool. Moving on. Pauper or Plague? The town crier announces the Empire seeks mercenaries to join battle against corruption. You seek out the watchtower where recruitment is taking place. You arrive in time to hear Sir Malifau's plan to wipe out the Paupers district. The outbreak began there, and we cannot risk sparing any of their lives, he says. Sir Malifau the Green leads the mercenaries to the Pauper district, where the poor and sick have been walled off from the rest of the city. As you hear the wailing of the corrupted, Sir Malifau gives his command to charge. Okay, so at first I thought this was a no-win scenario, where if you killed the soldiers and saved the peasants, you'd just be spreading the corruption anyway. But no, this is a simple case of kill the soldiers, the peasants give you food, work with the soldiers and kill the corrupted, and the soldiers give you gold. Seeing as we have 60 gold and 9 food, and granted 9 is a lot, we do need more food than that. We actually need 14 food to finish the rest of the cards we've got. So let's side with the paupers and fight the soldiers. Refuse to kill the paupers. Your refusal does not sit well with the Imperial soldiers. Traitor, one of the soldiers shouts. Imperial soldiers surround you, shackles at the ready. You draw your weapon and prepare for their wrath. Let's switch to a two-handed weapon, seeing as we will only be up against Imperial soldiers. It's a shame we haven't got this thing yet. 26 damage compared to 19 of this, but still better than nothing. Let's go with that. And you guys can see a two-handed weapon in action. Here we go. Colbjorn, if you would. Now, I always find this many soldiers actually kind of difficult, because with their shield, you do have to shield break before you can attack them. Whoa, easy there. You know what? I'm just going to stand in the middle and you guys can attack me, and I'll counter you. Knock someone down. Much better. Come on, who's up? Who's up? You? Come on, Colbjorn, we got this. Knock him down. Go nuts. Finish up. Oh, executed. I got your back, buddy. Oh, wow. Who's next? You? Figured as much. Smack him. Guard break. And attack. No, counter. No, we're all good. So not bad. We got hit twice at most. But yeah, those give me the most trouble. Because seeing as they got shields, you do actually have to guard break them. Fearful of your wrath, the rest of the soldiers retreat. You spot a peasant woman with a child hiding behind some barrels. You lead them past the wall, past gatekeepers who looked pointedly in the other direction. And
alone has got
sweet.
Here. Let action carry you forward.
Now we can use Breather's Ire, if that's how it's pronounced. Nice. Bless your heart, she says, holding back tears. Please accept this token of our appreciation. Better be more than 2 fame. Excellent. Just what I wanted. 10 food. Yeah, not bad at all. That should be more than enough to finish. Dangerous Wilds. What's it going to be? Okay, so bandits. Let's go kill them. One-handed weapons are best, but I think we'll manage. Oh, one of them was a zombie. Colbjorn. Let's take you down first. God, that thing hits hard. Oh, man. He's dead already. Oh, damn it. I thought I rolled out of the way, though. Smack, smack, smack. Oh, my God. Shield breaked already. Oh, buddy. Let me just knock you down. There you go. We're done. So I didn't do too well there. I got hit 2 times, which is pretty bad for 3 enemies. But yeah, this weapon does a lot of damage. And it isn't even suited to killing zombies or barbarians. With the battle resolved, you scavenge what you can from their remains. What do we get? Okay, reveal 5 encounters. You know what? Doesn't make any difference. I'm just going to go through all of them. Yeah, it's fine. We'll just go through all of them. Don't even worry about it. 15 gold. And that's it. Oh, and he landed on me? The thieves actually pathed into me. The thieves' erratic movement crosses right into your path. You catch them frantically loading the relic onto a horse and cart. Just hold him off a couple of minutes while we ready the horses. Yes, we're going to stick with the heavy weapon, even if it's the worst thing you can do against thieves. And, as he says, a couple of minutes, we actually have a time limit for this. We should be fine, though. Hopefully. Colbjorn, if you would. Knock him down. There we go. And smack! Oh my god, that's terrifying! And yeah, knock you down as well. Are you sure this weapon isn't best suited at killing thieves? Because it's doing a pretty good job. Colbjorn, if you would. Not a chance! After clearing out the thieves' camp, you quickly locate the relic. Torrin's Plate. The new wielder of this item will gain a curse. Oh, what's it going to be? Allies greed. Your companion takes 30% of any resource that you earn while they are active. Wow, that's rough. Thankfully we've got everything we need right now. You examine the relic closely and feel a sense of great unease. Yep. Let's go to camp. I never actually went to the shop. Let's see what they've got. What equipment do you have? Oh, the billy clubs. Well, that would have been useful against the thieves. The billy clubs are basically like dag weapons, dual wielding. But for 51 gold. I mean, I know I don't need the gold, but that's a bit much. Actually, we do need the gold. We need to buy the other relic from the trader. Whereas this guy over here, we need Fane to get the relic from him. And we have enough food, so let's just keep moving on. Break camp. What have we got? Street Fighter. One day you come across a bare-knuckle competition in an alleyway. An old man with few remaining teeth notes your interest. When choosing your opponent, he whispers, remember that your prize, if you survive, will depend on how quickly you beat them. Well, although two-handed weapons are best against Empire, because Empire have shields, I really don't like doing that. I am actually going to go with Thieves, which is funny because the two-handed weapons don't do well against them at all. Because the Northerners, the Barbarians, do multi-hit combos, which tends to catch me off guard, whereas the Thieves don't. So I think I'm actually go for Thieves. I think I'll kill them the quickest. You have to kill them within 2 minutes, but if you kill them within 1 minute, you'll get a high reward. So let's try that. You challenge some thieves who are working the crowd. They glower at the sudden attention. Whoops. Let's do this. Okay, Colbjorn, we're on the clock. Knock him down. Finish you. That's you dead. You dead? Oh, you're gonna hit me? No, you're dead already. Wow, that was less than 30 seconds. That was probably the best I've done so far. I've never beaten them so quickly. These weapons are a little bit OP. Just a little bit. I would never believe it possible had I not seen it, the organiser gasps. Take your earnings, great champion. 8 fame. 10 max health, very nice. Another 10 max health. And, okay, we get to pick from 2 equipment. Well, this gives us health if we kill the enemy that's highlighted in combat first, as well as removing 1 card from the spin luck game. But you know what? I'm going to go for the billy clubs. The next thieves we go against, I will use the billy clubs. After that, I'm going to switch back to the legendary weapon. After that, I'll switch back to the platinum weapon. But I'll pick the billy clubs for now, just so you guys can see it. Yep, use them. In fact, stick to this weapon until we're told we're going up against thieves. Treacherous Wilds, what we got? You pluck some juicy wild berries from a thorn-covered thicket. The realisation that they are poisonous arrives far too late. 5 health, and that's it. And I've maxed 125 health. Wow, okay. Treacherous Wilds, I don't mind. I know I can actually see on the map what they are, but I'm just going to do all of them. I don't mind. You pluck some juicy wild berries. Yep, same thing. How much health? 10 max life. Wow, that's actually a lot worse. Open Wilds, what do we get? Food? Cool. Nice. Oh right, yeah, Colbjorn took 1 food, I think. Elder's Gift. Yeah, we've already got our platinum card, and we could only pick 1 in this journey, so you have nothing to give us. You are, in fact, useless. Alas, the raiders have destroyed our village and taken the last of our relics, the Elder explains. I see you already bear a great and rare item, he continues. You are truly a worthy hero. Yeah, and you are a useless card. And we get 8 fame. He looks at you through pale eyes. May your deeds of greatness ever regaled in song and told in tale. May you ever be remembered. So that's all I get of fame. Treacherous Wilds. Okay, Greed and Trapper. There is 1 pack of thieves here, so we will switch to the billy clubs. Let's do this! I can't remember how many thieves we need to kill with the billy clubs to unlock these weapons completely, to unlock their token. Either way, let's kill these guys first. Wow! Get out there! Damn, too slow. I got stuck with the rest of that animation. And you, can you get out of the way? Oh, Colbjorn! Yeah, moron, I need him to collapse so I could finish him. He's not just greedy for our resources, he's greedy for the kills. What do we get? Reveal 3. That leaves 1. Okay. And 15 gold. Well, something. And the shop lands on us. Okay, you find a travelling salesman wandering the wilds. Threaten to take it by force, negotiate a better price, buy the relic. Well, I mean, I have the money, but let's negotiate. Let's see what luck game it will be. If you win, the price will reduce by the total of the dice. If you lose, he may refuse to sell the relic to you. Dice target 5. Considering we have 3 dice and we've got the ring that gives another 2, I think it shouldn't be a problem.
I hope you have learned to be their master.
Boop. 11. And plus 2. Not a problem. So we can do it again, I'm pretty sure.
Well done.
And I think we can just keep going
to impress.
until we lose, at which point he may refuse to sell it to us. But we should be fine. 12, I think, is going to be the limit that we go for. Knock him dead. Yep, not a problem. And now the price is 10 gold. I think we can afford 10 gold out of 85. I've only ever seen this much coin in my dreams. Alright then, the merchant seems pleased with the sale. Poor guy. The new wielder of this item will gain a curse. The cursed helm of Orgagu. Well, with a name like that it would be. Begging spot. Lose 1 gold each time you starve. That's not really a problem. I'm fine with that. You examine the relic closely and feel a sense of great unease. Yeah, I'm cool. Let's just do these quickly. Dangerous Wilds, what we got? Greed and Musket Men. Oh, fine, I'll stick with the Billy Clubs because I have to get Greed finishers. Colbjorn, knock him down. I don't want to go for you, I want to go for you. There we go. No, not you. No, not you. Ah, their stunned time has run out. And you're the one that I get to finish. Let's just do that. Oh, wow. Should have countered that. Either way, Colbjorn, do not kill these guys. Come on, I need a finisher. Give me a finisher. Oh, that's not how I wanted to finish him. Really awkward. What do we get? Dark Thirst. Defeat 50 corrupted enemies with this weapon to unlock its token. I don't think I've had this before. Yeah, we'll use it once. Just see what its special ability is. 25 gold. And 20 life, yeah. Sweet. What else we got? Treacherous Wilds. While traversing a dangerous cliff face, you slip and lose your footing. Though relatively unharmed, the same cannot be said for the pack of traveller's rations that broke your fall. Oh no! 5 food. Ooh, that's not good. What else we got? What's it this time? Again! Lose 1 equipment. What is it? Oh, I'm fine with that. Keep them. Keep the daggers. I've got billy clubs now. What else is it? This is so stupid doing this. Oh god, what are we going to lose this time? 1 food. I'm okay with that. What's next? Yep. Keep going. Keep going. What do I lose this time? 1 food. I'm alright with that. Yes, fine. Keep going. What's it going to be? Health. Lost. There you go. 10. Last card. Open Wilds, what do we get? Food. No, health. Well, it all worked out in the end, if you take into account that we can go to the camp here and buy all of this food. So I'll have that. Thank you. And I will have... I bought 5 and it gave me 2. And I'll have that. And I bought that and it didn't give me anything. What is happening? Break camp. Hold on a second. I'm pretty sure that curse allies greed. Your companion takes 30% of any resource that you earn while they are active. Game, what's 30% of 1? Because it's not 1. And 30% of 5 is not 3. This one is lose 1 gold when you're starving. That's fine. And these are the armors. Well, that's unfortunate. Either way, keep going. We're all good. And here we are, back at the shrine. Claim that you are that hero, and with 52 fame, damn straight I am. The woman examines you for a moment, before falling to her knees in prayer. You have arrived just as foretold. Our saviour. Yes, yes I am. Drax Ring. The new wielder of the item will gain a curse, which is... Balanced Spirit. You may not gain a blessing while you have more blessings than curses. Well, I don't have any blessings, and I have 3 curses. I think I'm okay. Colbjorn pokes at it. That relic is cut and cut off. Before Colbjorn can finish, the relics start to vibrate and hum. They grow with an eerie, unnatural light. Mage's Tower. Your eye is drawn to a similar glow, emanating in response from a distant tower. Do you think they're trying to tell us something? Colbjorn smirks. Let's get moving. Head to the Mage's Tower and find the final relic. Now thankfully, moving on tiles we've already been to doesn't cost us food, which is why I was so happily, eagerly charging through all of those pain cards. I was curious what we'd get. And seeing as it is the last card and the final boss, I'm not going to use this new weapon that we got, Dark Thirst. I'm going to go for this one, the legendary weapon. Actually, do any of these items... Oh, no, they don't actually... I'm not actually wearing those items. They just go into the curses and blessings slot. I was wondering if, like, for example, the helm and the arm we got would actually count towards armor rating, but I guess not. Hey, buddy! You've got something that doesn't belong to you.
Pitched against mages, and I cannot help but wish them success.
Wow, cold. Cold dealer. The relics lead you to a mysterious tower. You will need to ascend it to reach the mage at the summit. A storm swells ominously overhead. Enter the tower. Okay. This is actually going really fast. And no! Damn!
You might want to work on this.
This is gonna hurt.
Clearly you lack what it takes.
15 health. The relics burn brightly, searing your hands. I see you have saved some of the relics. Do you believe you are the one to harness their power? The voice asks in an amused tone. Oh, I'm coming for you. And yeah, that's what we wanted. Actually, way too far. As you climb the tower stairs, a voice calls down from above. Do you even know why you're here? How much did they tell you when they ordered you out into the wilds? When they sent you out here like a dog after a bone? You continue to wind your way up the tower. They didn't tell me much. All they said was that there'd be loot. That's all I needed to hear. You finally reach the top of the tower. You've been sent here to do the bidding of the true enemy. These relics can be used to defeat him, but here you are looking to return them to him. 1 arcane. I see you bring the relics, the mage says with a grin. Yes, you've mentioned that already. A thief can't be trusted to deliver on a job, but one can always rely on the predictability of the Empire to send their dogs. She holds the remaining relic out mockingly. I suppose you'll be wanting this. Take it, she says calmly, but be warned, the curse will sap your strength and your will to fight, and combat is inevitable, I'm afraid. Or, she continues, you can let me keep it, but should you best me, it'll be lost to you forevermore. So, if we take it, we're going to gain extra curse, and if we refuse to take it and fight her while she's got it, and defeat her, the item will be lost as well. And I bet, yeah, the optional objective is to get all of the relics. So, to do that, we have to take it from her. Take the cursed relic and fight the mage under burden. Cursed. The new wielder of the item will gain a curse. What's it going to be? Bad wager. Lose 1 gold each time you are hit in combat. Well, this is the last combat encounter, so big whoop. I had a feeling something like that would happen. We'd get a curse that doesn't impact the combat, although I'd have been very upset if it would impact the combat, like lose 1 health every time you do a counter. The relic is heavier in your hands than you expected, and its presence clouds your thoughts. The mage laughs. Your imperial masters would be most proud. Prepare to meet your fate. You struggle to lift your weapon as a group of thieves join the fray. Let's do this! Relic Thief Mage. This mage went to extraordinary lengths to gather these relics. Mages shoot projectiles from a distance. Use evade to avoid their attacks. Yeah, in this game, by default, you can't counter range attacks. Knock them down! Thank you. Dead already, eh? Oh, yep. Nope, don't stand there either. Oh, you did not come prepared, did you? Oh, you got me trapped. Shake free, knock her down, get out of the way. I need your auras to break before I can get in there. Yeah, Colbjorn, you kill her. You go for it. Thanks for the block, buddy. Colbjorn, do what you can. That's what we needed. Let's just get in there. Finish the job. And you're dusted. With the relics recovered, you journey back to the Imperial City to claim your reward. Returning relics. Captain Estrella meets you at the city gates. I'll take you straight to the Chief Council. She'll be eager to examine what you've brought back. On the walk to the palace, you explain that you've safely recovered all the relics. This may be a rare day when the council will smile, Estrella says. You see her trying to catch the words as they've come out. My apologies. This is indeed another glorious day for the Empire. Treacherous thoughts, methink. Would you perhaps abandon the Empire one day, Estrella, and come work for me? The Chief Council looks over the relics you've returned. You have done well. We shall keep these relics safe, lest they fall into less learned hands. Thank you, dealer. We're done here. And there you go. So that was the Emperor. As you'd imagine, later journeys get much more difficult. For example, like that strength card I mentioned at the beginning of the episode, where you start with 10 health, and eating food doesn't heal you. That is an absolute bugger, this one. Not to mention the side objective is to get 60 defense by the end of the run, which is kind of luck-based, which I'm not really a fan of, but, you know, that's how it goes. Either way, guys, I hope you enjoyed the quick look. Maybe one day when they release a DLC that adds a higher difficulty mode, and hopefully adds an option to increase the size of the text, the font, I will come back to this game and do a full run like I did with Hand of Fate 1. But in the meantime, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let anybody else know if they enjoy it as well. And check out other series on my channel that I do, high difficulty, Iron Man, or challenge runs, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you very much for watching. And from me and the dealer, bye-bye. And the Queen is bugged out again. Oh my god, I can't believe it. I love it. The Queen's bugged out. Oh, it's too bad. Yep, you're gonna teleport. That's fine. You know what? I'll take the time to focus on you.